Good morning, Team Floppy Ears. We're out here this morning with Rosie and Murphy. Murphy's my board and train, one of the three that I have right now. Murphy's a bit of a fearful boy, lacks a lot of experience, little under-socialized, lacks confidence, things like this. And as you can see, we have Rosie out here. Rosie is a perfect dog to utilize for a dog like Murphy. And when I sent over the content of, Rosie being in the same yard as Murphy, when I sent that content over to Murphy's people, the response I got was, "Oh my God, I can't believe he's in the same yard as another dog, not completely losing his mind, showing signs of aggression, things like this." And I really can't tell you how many times someone's come to me with these curiosities or with these specific pain points, and we're surprised to learn that their dogs were never really about that life. But listen, people don't know. They don't have they don't have a situation where they could utilize dogs to find out the kind of information that they're seeking. We have that here. Very neutral, very balanced dogs that we utilize to get information, and that's exactly what we've done for Murphy. Murphy comes across as, "Murph, come here, bud. Are you hemmed up? Come on, Papa." Murphy comes across as a dog who might be aggressive, right? Like towards other dogs and things like this, just by what his intent seems to be. But as I've said a million times in the past, it's not always what it seems. A lot of this aggressive, I want that smoke kind of behavior is actually really the opposite. That type of behavior can really stem from fear, because a lot of these dogs exhibit these types of things in an effort to get whatever it is, whatever dog they're barking at, whatever stimulant that they're over aroused by, to go away. It's like, rah, 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 rah. I want to, no, go away, please. Well, as much as we're beginning to understand why Murphy is this way, we still want to try to work towards something. Whether it's unconditioned, whether it's conditioned, we still want to have some sort of game plan to help Murphy relax a little bit around other dogs, right? And one of the things that I've constantly said over the years is, one way I know how to at least work on these things, this is Murphy, is by reducing, come here, Papa, the amount of times that they rehearse those things. And so my main point of emphasis, Rosie, come here, bud. Good girl, steady. My main point of emphasis, steady, right there, is to sit. Good, steady. Down. My main point of emphasis is down, pig. My main point of, I said down. What are we doing? Right. Main point of emphasis is to get Murphy around dogs and to give him a positive experience. And the positive experience is no interaction at all. Free. No interaction at all. Positive experience, no social pressure being added. If Rosie goes up to him, he wants absolutely nothing to do with it. And I want to segue that into what I've seen happen time and time again. People think that dog parks are the solution for this type of thing, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Murphy is a guy that cannot handle social pressure well from dogs that he doesn't know. He knows her by now. This is like our fourth day of doing what we're doing right now, which is just be in the same yard together with no interaction, just existing around each other. And he still hasn't shown a shred of curiosity about Rosie. Rosie is the most neutral, balanced, disinterested dog to other dogs. And so what does that tell you? You take a dog like Murphy to a dog park and you force him, you throw him to the wolves, or you got pushy, snobby, overconfident dogs that are just going to absolutely destroy Murphy psychologically. So it's actually the opposite. The dog park would never be the solution. The dog park would only be a part of the problem. For dogs like Murphy, you need a much more controlled environment. You need a positive experience. The dog park would be the worst experience and be as counterproductive and dangerous as it possibly could be. So, relatively boring lesson here. However, maybe this could come to a benefit to somebody who also has a dog that doesn't receive social pressure well, that doesn't necessarily seek to interact with other dogs, a dog that doesn't really care for, to be around other dogs. It's such a nuanced thing with these dogs. I've seen so many dogs. I've had thousands of dogs. And what I've come to realize is you can't fit a square peg into a round hole. There's certain personality traits, biological personality traits, things about them that just make them who they are. And I feel that is if you can identify that and honor those things and take them at face value and understand that this is just the way they are, you could then formulate the best possible plan for that specific dog. There's no cookie cutter bullshit. You look on the internet and you read all these things from people that don't understand that there's no black and white in all of this. It's just you don't want to listen to those people because they just don't get it. Okay, they've had minimal experience with dogs and they think they've had one or two experiences and that's just the way things are and that's what you should do. No, what you should do is do your best to really fully understand the dog that you have so that you can do the right things for them. Does that make sense? So that's what we're doing. We're just giving him a positive experience this morning. Rosie, free. Do what you want, bud. And that's it. And that's it. And he's not practicing his barking at her, this, that, and the third. And what we hope for is that with this type of, repetition, is that when we go out into public, he's like, oh, it's just a dog. Captain Chad's advocating for me. Don't really feel the need to bark and lunge and all these things. Give him more confidence through controlling the environment, through controlling him, keeping my space and distance from other dogs. Don't allow dogs to enter the bubble. These types of things are going to be the things that lead into a dog that really can just digest things a little bit better and feel a little bit better about things. The confidence through the handler, all these sorts of things. So that's all. That's just the lesson for this morning. I'm going to be sending this over to Murphy's owner. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you could do me a favor and leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or if you want to add anything in the comments, feel free to do that. I love you guys a very long time, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.